January is when we recommit to the habits that support our health and well-being, and naturally, we start looking at what can support those goals, including supplements. The supplement industry is a low-trust category. It's lightly regulated, products are easy to make, and companies don't even have to list everything on their label. That's exactly why I choose Momentous. They've become the high-trust brand in a low-trust category. They weren't satisfied with the industry standard, so they built the Momentous standard. Their commitment to doing things the right way, not the easy way. What truly sets Momentous apart is their testing and transparency. Every product is independently certified by NSF for sport, meaning it's tested for contaminants, heavy metals, banned substances, and verified for label accuracy. So you always know exactly what you're putting in your body. And if a product doesn't meet their standard, it never hits the shelves. In a space where trust is rare, Momentous is redefining what trust looks like. And I've genuinely felt the difference using their protein and creatine every day. Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first order with promo code PODCAST. Head to livemomentous.com and use promo code PODCAST for up to 35% off your first order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code PODCAST.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
On today's Smart 7, US attack Venezuela, Mamdani takes office in New York, and lots more. It's Monday, 5th of December. It's National Bird Day, and happy birthday, Bradley Cooper.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Early Saturday morning saw US troops launch a strike on Venezuela. The attack came after months of build-up of US forces in the Caribbean, and a fleet of Apache helicopters swarmed across the capital Caracas with a clear mission in mind. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores were both arrested by US Special Forces and taken to a waiting US vessel, and then transported to New York to face drug and weapon charges. The US president was delighted with the efficiency of Operation Absolute Resolve, but seemed more focused on oil than on the drug trade that was the original rationale for the mission.
We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. We're going to get reimbursed for everything that we spend. This is a very big evening that took place last night. We have to be surrounded by safe, secure countries.
Speaking at a Mar-a-Lago press conference, Trump suggested that the US would run Venezuela, and the former vice president, now acting president Delcy Rodriguez, didn't sound thrilled.
We demand the immediate liberation of the President Nicolas Maduro and of his wife Celia Flores.
The attack on Venezuela should have had congressional approval, and the lack of clarity on what happens next has alarmed US lawmakers, including Democrat Senator Bernie Sanders.
The President of the United States does not have the right to unilaterally take this country into war, even against a corrupt and brutal dictator like Maduro.
The reaction to America's strike at Venezuela was mixed, with European leaders uncertain about what the US will do next and wary of upsetting an ally. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer was quick to clarify that there was no UK involvement in the operation, and Chief Secretary to the PM, Darren Jones, was attempting to be as diplomatic as possible on Sunday.
The UK respects international law and the rules-based order. We conduct ourselves on that basis, and we expect other countries to do so. But as I say, what's happened in Venezuela has happened. We now need to try to move as quickly as possible.
The US's unilateral action against a country's leader raises questions that both China and Russia will be keen to consider in terms of Taiwan and Ukraine, respectively. Ukrainian President Zelensky was quick to offer his own suggestion to Donald Trump as to what America's next target should be.
Well, what can I say? If it's possible, yes, with dictators like this, then the United States of America knows what to do next.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer has plenty of items on his to-do list for 2026, including fixing Labour's position in the polls and driving growth in the economy. The PM sat down with the BBC for a chat on Sunday, outlining his key priorities for the year. And in a time of global trade wars, it's not surprising that working more closely with Europe is near the top of that list. He says that there's no question of rejoining the single market or seeing any change on freedom of movement, but that closer trade alignment does make sense. He was also keen to emphasise that he's in this for the long haul.
We know from that evidence what happens if you go down that chaotic path. I will be sitting in this seat by 2027, and if this long-form interview works, we can try it again in January of next year as well.
New York has a new mayor. Zohran Mamdani was sworn in on New Year's Day as the new boss of the Big Apple, and he's not hanging around. He's got a comprehensive progressive agenda aimed at improving life in New York, but as the youngest mayor of the largest city in the United States for over a century. He's got a mountain to climb. The initial response from New Yorkers has been positive, but he'll need to deliver quickly on promises like free childcare and affordable housing if he's to keep everyone happy with City Hall. Speaking at his swearing in on New Year's Day, he pledged to deliver on his promises.
The only expectation I seek to reset is that of small expectations. We will govern expansively and audaciously. We may not always succeed, but never will we be accused of lacking the courage to try?
In association with Metro, it was a cracking Christmas for Arsenal, and your favourite dysfunctional family are coming back right after this.
I'm done with subscriptions. Streaming, fitness, razors, vitamins. I've got subscriptions for everything in my life. They lock you in, and half the time, I can't figure out how to unsubscribe. That's why I'm so excited about the new Blue Apron. Now you can get delicious meals delivered with no subscription needed, including new pre-made options. Keep the flavor, ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
January is when we recommit to the habits that support our health and well-being, and naturally, we start looking at what can support those goals, including supplements. The supplement industry is a low-trust category. It's lightly regulated, products are easy to make, and companies don't even have to list everything on their label. That's exactly why I choose Momentous. They've become the high-trust brand in a low-trust category. They weren't satisfied with the industry standard, so they built the Momentous standard. Their commitment to doing things the right way, not the easy way. What truly sets Momentous apart is their testing and transparency. Every product is independently certified by NSF for sport, meaning it's tested for contaminants, heavy metals, banned substances, and verified for label accuracy. So you always know exactly what you're putting in your body. And if a product doesn't meet their standard, it never hits the shelves. In a space where trust is rare, Momentous is redefining what trust looks like. And I've genuinely felt the difference using their protein and creatine every day. Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first order with promo code PODCAST. Head to livemomentous.com and use promo code PODCAST for up to 35% off your first order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code PODCAST.
Welcome back.
The Christmas period for the Premier League saw no change at the top of the table as Arsenal held off all challengers to stay clear. They held on for a 3-2 away win at Bournemouth on Saturday, while Sunday saw a packed schedule with Man United picking up a 1-1 draw at Leeds, while Liverpool drew 2-2 at Fulham. Sunday afternoon saw Man City welcome newly managerless Chelsea to the Etihad after Enzo Maresca made a dramatic exit on New Year's Day. There was plenty of speculation that Chelsea fired him over suggestions that he was penciled in to replace Pep Guardiola at City, but Pep wasn't getting involved. Chelsea got a 1-1 draw thanks to Maresca's namesake, Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo is a top manager. Of course, I am sorry for him, but it's part of the football and the life. We keep it going.
Sunday night saw the beginning of 2026 awards season with the Critics' Choice Awards taking place in Santa Monica, California. Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another looks set to dominate awards season, and it picked up Best Picture and Best Director. Jessie Buckley won for her performance in Hamnet, and Timothy got the gong for his role in ping-pong drama Marty Supreme. As usual, host Chelsea Handler was in top form.
Leo's here, thank God. Leo almost didn't make it tonight because he was trapped on a boat in St. Bart's. It was just like the Titanic, but worse because Jeff Bezos was there.
It's nearly 20 years since we last heard from America's most happy dysfunctional family, but Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. The Sky sitcom favourite has been off air since 2006 after 7 seasons and more than 150 episodes. But it's coming back in 2026 for a limited run. Most of the cast are back too, including Frankie Muniz, who played Malcolm, and now has a daughter of his own along with parents, now grandparents, Bryan Cranston and Jane Kaczmarek. Dewey won't be back, however. Apparently Eric Pearce Sullivan, who played him from age 7 to 14, has now quit acting. You can see the reboot on Disney Plus in April.
My life is fantastic now. All I had to do is stay away from my family.
Malcolm has been intentionally hiding himself from this family for years.
By comparison, Reese looks pretty good.
You can't spend the rest of your life hiding and denying your family even exists.
Worked perfectly until they showed up.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the...
In postseason football, you need to find that extra gear. On FanDuel, it's called Playoff Mode. Big boosts, more rewards, and a whole new way to live parlay with Drive SGP. Turn on Playoff Mode, only on FanDuel.
New customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com.